Hi there. So we're going to try it with another question. Okay, we're going to apply that factor theorem and continue on. So here we go. We're trying to factorise 2x cubed, take 3x squared, take 29x, take 30. When it tells me to factorise, it's asking me to find the factors. Okay, and the only way I know how to find the factors is to use that factor theorem. Now, I've got a cubic, so I'm going to expect 3 factors, okay? But first of all, I have to find the first one. So I'm going to try a few things, all right? I'm going to try the polynomial where x equals 1. That gives me 2 lots of 1 cubed, take 3 lots of 1 squared, take 29 lots of 1, take 30. I've got 2, take 3, which is -1, take 29, which is -30, take 30, which equals -60. That doesn't equal 0, so x take 1 is not a factor. Don't think you can write that. X take 1 is not a factor. So then we'll just systematically try. Polynomial of -1 is 2 lots of -1 cubed, take 3 lots of -1 squared, take 29 lots of -1, take 30. So I've got -2 plus, take 3, add 29, take 30. -2 take 3 is -5, plus 29 is 24. 24 take 30 is -6. That doesn't equal 0, so x plus 1 is not a factor. I've tried 1 and -1, now I'll try 2 and -2. Polynomial at 2, 2 lots of 2 cubed, take 3 lots of 2 squared, take 29 lots of 2, take 30. 2 cubed is 8, so that's 16. 2 squared is 4, that's 12. That's 58, that's 30. At a glance, that looks like a lot of negative numbers, so I feel like it's going to be much lower than 0. 16 take 12 is 4. 4 take 58 is -54. Take 30 is -84. Okay, doesn't equal 0, therefore x take 2 is not a factor. At this point, I know what it's like. You're thinking, come on, please let my next one be a factor, because it's quite time-consuming. As I said in the last video, I don't mind if you shortcut this a little bit by using your graphics calculator. You don't have to show all of your working every time, okay? So 2 lots of -2 cubed. All right, so -2 cubed is 8. -8 times 2 is -16. -2 squared is 4. Times by that is -12. Negative times negative is positive. 58. Take 30. This is feeling more promising. I'll cross my fingers. So -16 take 12 is -28. Plus 58 is positive 30. Woohoo! Take 30 is going to be 0. So therefore, x plus 2 is a factor. So woohoo! I found my first factor. All right, so now we need to do some polynomial long division. I know you love it. So let's divide it by that first factor that we've just found. Sorry. Oh, that would have been disastrous. Remember, I substituted -2, so x plus 2 was my factor. Make sure you get your sign right to begin with. All right. X into 2x cubed goes 2x squared. Multiply it out. 2x squared plus 4x squared. Take it away. Nothing. -3 take 4 is -7x squared. Draw it down. Take 29x. X into -7x squared is -7x. Multiply it out. -7x times 2 is negative 14x. Take it away. Nothing. Negative 29 plus 14 is negative 15x. Draw it down. Take 30. X times what makes negative 15x? Multiply it out. Negative 15 times that is negative 30. This is what I want to start seeing. I want to see that I'm getting the line equal. Nothing, take nothing is 0. I got a remainder of 0. It confirms that x plus 2 was definitely a factor, which is great. That tells me that the other factor is this. So I now have, I'm going to shortcut this a little bit. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to rub out everything underneath it, because I need the space on the board. So I now know that my polynomial can be factorised into that divisor and that quotient. But that quotient is a quadratic, and that doesn't help me completely. It's not fully factorised. So I need to factorise this. So keep my first factor and see what I can do with this second bit. It's non-monic. I know that I've got to have a 2x in the front of one bracket and an x in front of the other one. I've got negative 15. Now, negative 15 has a few factors. Okay, I could have 1s and 15s, or I could have 3s and 5s. All right? I feel like because I need to get to a 7, I need something kind of in the middle. I'm going to try a 5 here and a 3 there. So 2 times 5 would make a 10x and a 3x. And somehow that needs to get me to a negative 7. So really I need a negative 10 and a positive 3. So I'll put my negative in front of my 5 and my positive in front of my 3. All right, so I've now factorised my polynomial into 3 factors, 1, 2, 3. That is the end of part A. So I've factorised, that's all I need to do. Part B says, hence, solve the equation. So hence means using whatever I've gotten so far, solve the equation. So solving the equation means making my polynomial equal to 0. Okay, so I'm making 0 equal my factors. Okay, now if I go back to quadratics, I remember that if 0 equals a factor times a factor, then according to my null factor law, either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0 or they're both 0. So it's exactly the same. The null factor law just expands out to a third factor. So this is 0 or this is 0 or this is 0. So we've got 0 equals x plus 2, which solving it, x is equal to negative 2. We have 0 equals 2x plus 3. Take 3 from both sides, divide both sides by 2. X equals negative 3 on 2. I've got 0 equals the third bracket. X, add it to both sides. So my 3 solutions are, so therefore x equals negative 2 and negative 3 on 2 and 5. They are my solutions to the equation. If I put any one of those into this formula or into the original polynomial, I will get the answer of 0. Good luck with that. I think next up is to do a few problems on your own. Just check the next slide to let you know.